Let's get real for a minute. Life isn't fair, and it's exhausting. Maybe you're here because it feels like the universe handed you a script you never agreed to. Maybe you're drowning in bills while corporations skate by, or you're stuck comparing your flaws to someone else's highlight reel. I see you. It's not fair that the housing market's a nightmare, that your body betrays you, or that heartbreak seems to follow you like a shadow. It's not fair that the world feels like it's blooming, expanding, abundant while you're just trying to survive. And you know what? It's okay to scream that truth out loud. But here's the thing. Acknowledging life's unfairness isn't where the story ends. Yes, some things will always be out of your control, painful, cruel, and wildly unjust, but you have a power no one can take from you: how you respond. Today, we're diving into 4 actionable steps to help you move forward, not by ignoring the pain, but by reclaiming your power in the middle of it. Whether you're facing a toxic situation, financial ruin, or just a flat tire on the worst day ever, this video is your reminder. You're stronger than the storm. So hit subscribe, grab a notebook, and let's turn why me into what's next. Tip number 1, give yourself a deadline to feel what you're feeling. When life throws something unfair your way, the first thing to do is give yourself permission to feel all the emotions, but set a deadline. Research shows that acknowledging your feelings is essential for mental health. Whether it's sadness, anger, or frustration, create space to process them. But here's the key. Don't let it drag on forever. Set a specific date, maybe a week or even just until 5 p.m. today, and commit to moving forward after that time. It's not about ignoring your emotions, it's about creating structure so they don't take over your life. Tip number 2, accept the reality. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up or pretending everything's fine. Acceptance is about acknowledging what has happened without resisting it. Wishing things were different only prolongs the pain. Instead, remind yourself, this is my current reality. It's hard, I know, but here's the truth. The longer you hold on to wishing things were different, the longer you stay stuck. Most of our suffering comes from resisting reality, wanting life to be something it's not. Acceptance doesn't mean you like or agree with what's happened. It simply means you stop fighting against it. Once you accept where you are, you unlock the ability to move forward. You can't change the past, but you can decide what happens next. Acceptance sets you free to focus on what's within your control, your response, your attitude, and your next steps. It's not easy, but it's powerful. When life hands you something unfair or cruel, don't let it define your story. Accept it for what it is and remind yourself, this is just one scene in my life. It's not how the movie ends. Let me remind you what Eckhart Tolle says in his book, The Power of Now. Forget about your life situation and pay attention to your life. He believes that life is real and now, whereas life situations are mind stuff and exist in time. Tip number 3, create a plan for action. Once you've processed your emotions and accepted the situation, it's time to take action. This is the moment where you reclaim your power. Ask yourself, what's in my control right now? It might feel like everything is out of reach, but there's always a step forward, no matter how small. Maybe it's learning a new skill to adapt, reaching out for support from friends or professionals, or tackling one tiny task that moves you closer to a solution. Taking action doesn't mean solving everything overnight. It means reminding yourself that you're not stuck. Every small step you take builds momentum and creates a ripple effect. It's about shifting from feeling powerless to realizing that you do have choices, even in the toughest moments. So start small. Write down one thing you can do today, just one, and do it. Progress doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to begin. You've got this. Tip number 4, shift your perspective. Finally, let's talk about mindset. One of my favorite lessons comes from Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. He survived unimaginable hardships by focusing on one thing, his ability to choose his response. No matter how unfair life feels, your attitude is always within your control. Instead of asking, why me? Start asking, what can I learn from this? Shifting your perspective can transform even the toughest moments into opportunities for growth. So there you have it. 4 steps to help you navigate life's unfair moments and come out stronger on the other side. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and share it with someone who might need this reminder today. And if you're ready for more actionable tips on productivity, personal growth, and manifestation, check out this video next. I think you'll love it.